how to not get scammed here in Colombia. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Simon, and How to Expat, we help expats relocate. This video I'm going to explain some scams here in Colombia that happen quite often, depending on especially the region where you're in. I think that's important to know. Like here in Medellin, things are way calmer regards to getting scammed and things than it would be on the coast, especially Cartagena, where a lot of tourists come in and the people are just hustling out there to get the most money out of the foreigners they can. Here in Colombia, here in Medellin, it's not so bad, but let's just go over some common scams that happen here in Colombia. So one of the things, of course, is just flat out gringo pricing. So you come here as a foreigner, you don't know the prices, where if that's for souvenirs or if that's for a rental apartment or anything like that. People just want to try to take advantage of you not knowing, and yeah, that's pretty much already there is to say. I think you already know that. Then another common scam here, which is not too bad, but it's just driving around the block. So if you're in a new city and you don't know the areas and the taxi driver kind of senses that, it can be that he just drives a special way that takes a little bit more time, and so he can kind of rinse out a little bit more money than he usually can. But I think these two are quite common everywhere in the world if you're new in the city. Then here a little story we have with a client that we just had a couple of months ago that happened, which is kind of the new girlfriend scam. So the story goes as follows. The guy met a lady in Panama that is from Colombia, and then they texted her, and needless to say that the guy was an older gentleman and the lady was in her 20s. And she was texting him, and I think he was pretty naive about it. Yeah, let's meet, and yeah, I'm here in Panama. I have to go to Bogota because there's my family and I want to travel there. But I lost my credit card. Can you kind of prepay, and I'm gonna pay back because in Colombia then I can pay easier and stuff like that. Yeah, red flags all over the place. Like then I actually had her on the phone, like I said to the client, just give me the phone. Like I tried to see if that's really something legit or not. And then I asked her like in Spanish, what she's doing, and that she's asking an older gentleman these questions that she's just met before, asking him for a couple of $100 to like, couldn't she ask somebody in family and stuff. And yeah, even on the phone call, like all the red flags popped up. So of course we advised the guy, not to send money and anything. At the end of the day, I don't know what actually happened there, but that's, all the red flags popped up there, and that was, 99% of the times of these kind of stories, this will be a scam. So what happens? You will send the money and you never hear back from them again. Then that's kind of a common thing, especially here for expats. Usually when you come here and you want to have an apartment, what people from the US, especially not so much from Europe, but especially from North America, are accustomed to do is getting a realtor. So somebody on their side that should work for them to get an apartment. Here in Colombia, it usually works a little bit different. So people go to these realtors. Not everybody, all of the realtors are like that, but some of the realtors are like that. That of course the realtor gets their money from the commission. So the higher the rental price is, the better commission they're gonna get. So you think you have a realtor on your side that has your interest in mind, but actually they work with different contacts in the city where they know they have apartments, try to raise the price to the maximum they can to get a bigger commission for them, and then to get a bigger commission or a bigger rental price for the property owner. So the one left in the dust is kind of you as a foreigner, because you don't know the prices, and you kind of uninformedly trusted a realtor, which is kind of not really working for you. So that's important to know. That's for rental, and where it hurts even more is for properties. We have seen probably in the last year around 5 people do that they paid way too much money for an apartment with working with a local realtor here. Yeah, and I'm not just talking about maybe $5,000 too much. I'm talking about like $20,000, $30,000 too much that they spent because they trusted kind of a realtor that yeah, kind of I can kind of relate to that. That just wanted to get a bigger commission, and yeah, if the foreigner pays that, they're gonna pay that. So yeah, one thing you have to be educated about coming here to Colombia to work like that, so that you only work with people you really can trust, that have your interest in mind. Otherwise, the interest is gonna be the money, and then yeah, you're just gonna pay way too much. Then another kind of a dating scam that happens here a lot is that maybe on Tinder or something like that, you go out, you meet a lady, you have your first date, everything goes good, they speak English, they seem trustworthy, and then you go home. Of course, what you're gonna do is you're gonna write the lady back like, yeah, we had a great time and things, and she's gonna, yeah, it was good. Then 2 days later, you're gonna get a message of, hey, my phone is breaking down, like I don't know if you received that message, but if you received that, I really need a new phone to be able to communicate with you, to organize the second date and things like that. Please send me some money so I can get a new phone, or yeah, just things like that. And then yeah, all the red flags pop up again, and yeah, you pretty much probably got to a lady that is yeah, looking for something else than a serious long-term relationship. So yeah, what usually ends up happening, if then people send the money there, maybe they don't get any feedback anymore, just the money's gone, no contact anymore. Or another usual thing is, what can happen is that yeah, you go on a second date, you think, oh, that just was once, I just had to pay $200 for a new phone. And then all these things come up. Yeah, my grandmother is sick. That's a classical. My grandmother is sick. My dog has issues. I need money to help for a surgery, and all of these things. And then you just gonna see yourself kind of that the money goes all over the place. So that's a very, very common scam, especially here in Medellin. Yeah, kind of a conclusion, what you have to take away from that: just be careful, be educated. I think that's the best thing you can be. Be educated of what happens, and be careful or be cautious of these things. Then another aspect also is, don't get paranoid. I'm kind of more on the paranoid side of things usually when that happens. So as soon as especially because I think I'm the expat that has kind of got it and knows how things are done in the city. So as soon as kind of we go to a place, let's say in a taxi, and I know where we go or where we should go, and he takes another route, then I'm like, he thinks I'm just because I'm the foreigner, and I'm kind of getting mad in the back of my head and stuff. And I'm gonna ask him kind of mad questions like, why are we going there, and things. And I really have to say, most of the time that I think bad, like he's just trying to gouge me or something like that, it's usually other aspects. So just last time that happened to me, and I saw that he drives kind of a way other route, and then I found out, okay, yeah, that's because the road is closed. So especially here in Medellin, usually, yeah, scams like that don't really happen too often if you're educated about it. So don't be paranoid. I think that's just a good tip at the end of this video. That's, yeah, was pretty much already it. That's probably just part one of many parts of scams here in Colombia, because there are many out there. But I think if you know them, you know the most common ones already. So yeah, that was pretty much all of this video. If you didn't know, we have an e-guide, which is a video course where we show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So stuff we cannot really talk about on YouTube. Check it out. The link is in the description down below. It should give you more information you need if you want to move to here to Medellin.